Hi, Michelle Berger here from buffmother.com. That's buffmother.com. I am here to talk to you today about foundation number 6 in the book Hormonal Timing. There's basically 10 foundations in this book, all to help you get your best body, mind, and spirit ever. So, in this book, we're talking a lot about the mental strategies to help you with your fitness. One of the biggest questions that I get is, how do I stay motivated? I don't have any motivation. What's wrong with me? Why can't I make myself do what I want to do? So there's many answers to that question, but the number one reason that a lot of people don't succeed in their health and fitness goals is they're looking at it with the wrong why. Why are you doing this? And a lot of people have measurable goals like I want to lose weight, I want to look good in a bikini, I want to look good in my shorts. Those are whys and those are good goals, but they're not a really strong why. Now in foundation number 6, which basically starts on page 66, I talk about some of the keys to your motivation and about whys. The key to your motivation level can be impacted by 3 main things. Number 1, your hormone levels. If you have really low motivation you just really don't feel like getting anything done, you really don't have any goals, you really don't have any dreams, I would check your hormones. It's almost like a being depressed feeling. So there's no reason for you to go through life feeling like that. And a lot of times, the quick Band-Aid cure is to give you some antidepressants, but actually a lot of times that snowballs because you're not finding the root of the problem. So the cause is oftentimes imbalance in your hormones, and a lot of that can be corrected nutritionally. I sell hormonal timing supplements, which are really high in a vitamin called B6. And that vitamin is a precursor to the building blocks for everything else in your hormonal levels in your body. So, it's a very important nutrient that I don't feel like we get enough of and that the RDA is kind of a little low on. Also, there's some other items in there that really help support what you're doing in your buffing phase in this book, and then also in the boosting phase, and that's the basis of how we get success. So the hormonal timing pills really go along with this book and really help to give your body the nutrients you need. Now, one other nutrient that a lot of women are depleted upon is fat. We have a tendency, at least in my generation, to have grown up in the no-fat, low-fat zone, where we were taught not to eat fat because fat makes you fat. That's false. Eating fat does not make you fat. Fat is a major precursor for all of your body regulatory systems, including your hormones. So if you don't have enough fat, or if you've been low on fat for too long, your body is not making your hormones the way it wants to make hormones. So your goal maybe needs to increase some fat intake, including saturated fats. Some of those are termed bad fats, but honestly, we need both saturated and unsaturated fats in our diets. Also, that making sure that we have a wide variety of nutrients. So think about what you're eating, if it's nutrifying or not. I also consider some supplementation, at least for a period of time, to help rebuild some of those stores in your body. The second thing that may cause you to have a low motivation level is lack of support. If you feel like everybody's against you, your family doesn't want you to work out, your family doesn't want you to take time for yourself, your friends don't work out, you don't see anyone in your sphere of influence that's living a really truly healthy lifestyle, that's called lack of support. So that's some of what I talked about in foundation number 5, finding a place where you have some like-minded people within the Team Buff Mother Rally Room, within some support groups, within even going to the gym. You'll see other people working out, and you'll find some of the support that you've been missing to stay motivated. And then the key term that we're going to talk about in this section is your why. The third item on the list that I have in this book here is your why. And I think that's a huge motivating factor, and it needs to be something that is strong. It's not a measurable thing like I want to lose 5 pounds. It's not a you get fitting into a size 5 pair of pants. It's a strong why. It's something that is beyond just yourself. It's something that drives you very deeply. A lot of times family, doing it for family is a strong why. Taking care of, realizing that taking care of yourself really helps you take care of other people. Once you identify, the fact that you leading by example, for instance, in your health and fitness, even if it's hard, even if you don't have support, even if nobody else is doing it, it does impact your children. It does impact those around you. They see you. They're watching you. They're calculating, is she going to keep doing this, or is she just going to fall off the wagon, and is she being positive about this? That's huge. If you're on a diet and you're just complaining constantly and making all kinds, telling everybody how hard it is and how horrible you feel and all this stuff, that's not being a good influence, and that's not really helping a good why. A good why is really having a purpose. So beyond it. So we really talk about this, a strong why, and the basics of why diet companies also play on short, fastest results, lose 30 pounds in 10 days, crazy things like that, is because most people have not identified their strong why, the really, truly, deeply moving, internal reason why they're doing it. So for me, some of my strong whys are definitely my family. I want to build a legacy of health and fitness. I want to help other people. I want to lead by example. I want to stay young. I want to enjoy my life. Quality of life is a huge why for me. So it's not so much about the way I look. It's more about the way I feel. It's more about how the way I interact with the world makes other people feel. So it's a very deep why. And one of the foundation, or the success tool we talk about for this foundation, is to live with a legacy perspective. So there's a really almost heart-wrenching example in the book about your legacy, what kind of legacy you want to leave for your family, for the world. It's also, it goes to the tombstone test. Many of you have heard of that. What are people going to be writing on your tombstone when you pass away about you? Is it going to be, he loved Cheetos and playing video games, and that's what all I know about him? Or is it going to be, wow, this person was vibrant, they did more in their life, they lived life to the fullest, they were such a great example, they were so kind, they were so happy and healthy. I just wanted to be like them. Is that what they're going to say about you? I certainly would love somebody to say that about me. But the 24-hour legacy test really hits home on this. It's basically for one day, pretend that you only have 24 hours left to live. And on that one day, what would you do? Would you have a good attitude or a bad attitude? Would your children hear you complain? Would they hear you make excuses about why you won't work out, why you don't want to eat right, why you don't want to do something with them? Would you be angry with anyone? What kind of foods would you choose to eat if you knew you only had one day left? Well, that might not be a great example right there, because, some of us would be like, I have one day left, I'm going to eat donuts and ice cream and smoke cigarettes all day. Not that would truly be enjoyable, because most likely you'd have a stomach ache, you feel horrible, and all that stuff. But if you had that one, the point of is not just that. The point is to, what kind of an example would you leave in those 24 hours? If that 24 hours was going to be the example that you wanted to leave behind for that comprised your whole life in those 24 hours, what would it be? So you definitely wouldn't want to leave an example, a legacy of, she ate ice cream, smoked cigarettes all day and drank pop, so. And it's like, it talks about hugging your children, saying I love you. What kind of language would you use? Would you sit on the couch and watch TV during your last day? I don't think so. You'd be out and about. You'd be seeing people. You'd be interacting. You would be laughing. You would be, just reminiscing probably. So during the 24-hour legacy test, and I really want you to take the mental effort to go through this when you are reading the book, and it's very eye-opening to just do that mental mental strategy in your mind, and just take the time and the effort to really think about who you are. I mean, who are people saying you are? It's definitely not who you are, but if you can make people think about you the way that you truly want to be thought about, that is amazing. Now, we all have our crosses to bear. We're all not perfect, but overall, when it all boils down, who are you? What kind of a legacy are you leaving behind? Are you proud of it? Or are you kind of like, man, I'm not very proud of that. I really need to make some changes. And the good news is that you can change. And one of the biggest things that I recommend when you're trying to change habits, just take one little baby step at a time, pray about it, really take to heart, and know that you're not going to instantly be perfect. That it's a process. Change is a process, and that we all are capable of change. Don't believe that lie that no one's capable of change. Trust me, I've changed. I've seen countless numbers of women change, and not only in their physical appearance, but in their mindsets and their attitudes, and how they gain confidence, and how they affect the world after really taking hold of some of these foundations in this book. The success stories that I've encountered through over the years through buffmother.com are amazing. I really wish I could make myself take more time to spread the news about all these wonderful women that I've encountered, and that's something that I'm going to press into over the next year, is to really help you see what success looks like, and where I'm just like you. I'm not like some anomaly. I am a person that struggles with life. I have 4 kids. I have to do laundry. I have to cook, clean, go grocery shopping, run errands, go all over town, bussing kids everywhere here and there. But the truth of the matter is that I think, finding a really good balance in your life, really making sure that you're healthy and strong, is vital towards the fact that you want your family and those you interact with to see that and want to be like that, and also want to emulate you. So, finding a good balance in it all. I don't spend all day long at the gym. I don't, I live a normal life. I have work responsibilities. I have, wifely duties too. It's not like I just have all day long to be 100% focused on myself, but I do take at least an hour every day to focus on myself, to work out, or to do some mental strategies like this 24-hour test, to really, sit down and journal, and press into, giving some energy seeds, giving some encouragement to other people. And I'm lucky enough to have that be part of my job. But why it's part of my job? Because I created that job. I worked hard. I put in the time and the effort. I identified what it was that I wanted to be, and I made changes that needed to happen in order for that to take place. So I just want to encourage you that no matter what your dreams or your goals are, start taking action towards them. Start realizing that where there needs to be change, you can change, and it's a process, and over time you'll see the fruits of your labor. So take care. My name's, again, buffmother.com. That's my website. My name is Michelle Berger. A lot of people call me Buff Mother. So hope you get a chance to check out this book. It's located on my site and also on Amazon.com. Thanks.